good Sunday morning, Facebook and YouTube and TikTok, because I am live on TikTok as well. I am Kendrick, the sports guy, and it is our Sunday sports wrap-up show where we go over some of the biggest sports stories from the previous week. Again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. Hope you all are having a good Sunday. It's already Monday. It's August the 3rd. This year is moving by pretty fast. We got a little bit to talk about. We're gonna run over a couple of things. We're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys, the Micah Parsons saga. Owner and general manager Jerry Jones would respond on yesterday. We're gonna talk about his response. We're also gonna talk about another former player from Dallas, where he's now a Laker, Luka Doncic. He signed a new extension with his new team, with the Lakers, which pretty much makes him the focal point of this team, that is the Lakers moving forward. Then we're going to talk about the loss of a boxer who so happens to be the brother of the greatest, one of the greatest boxers of our time. We're going to talk about that. We got an update to the sex toy situation that's going on in the WNBA, fans throwing sex toys on the floor. Well, we've had another incident that happened. We're going to talk about that too. But make sure, before we get into those segments, make sure you come in, make sure you like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. That is Kendrick Sports Hustle, SportZ, HUSTLE, as well as TFG Sports Media on YouTube. Make sure you follow them both on Facebook. And you can also follow me at Kendrick1969 on Instagram. And you can follow me on TikTok at Kendrick Henderson 51, which I am live over on TikTok right now. And I have quite a few people in the chat. And you can come see my man cave, because my background on TikTok is the Packers chat/man cave, where it's a safe space in the Packers room, because I get a lot of Bears and Vikings and Lions fans in my TikTok chat, but we have a great time. It's a safe space over here. Again, you can come in. We can talk trash, but let's make sure we keep it respectable. That's all I ask, and no disrespect to the Green Bay Packers, hint, hint, but we can go back and forth. So again, let me know where you're watching from as well. I appreciate that follow, Emoda28. Appreciate that. We got a bear down. I see you, Griff. Griff is in the house. Appreciate that gift, Griff. Charlie is in the house. Charlie26. Good Sunday to you. Again, it goes down over in TikTok land. If you haven't followed me there, follow me at Kendrick Henderson 51 on TikTok as well. Lee Barreto. I have a Green Bay Packers lady cave. That's what I'm talking about. What's up? Lizzie Sizzle asks who's going to win the World Series. I'll be honest with you, I really don't start keeping up with baseball until the playoffs. I'm more of a NFL, NBA guy. A little bit of boxing, a little bit of high school sports in there as well. So again, let's jump right to it. Let's get into our first segment. We're going to go over some NFL news and notes. And obviously, all the talk the last couple of days. Yes, I do, Trent. I watch college football. And speaking of college football kicks off August the 23rd. In a couple of weekends, we got some games. Now, most of the big games are happen August the 30th, though. But we got to talk about this Michael Parsons situation in Dallas. On Friday, Michael Parsons went to X, formerly known as Twitter, and said he wants out. He put a lengthy statement, basically calling Cowboys owner and general manager Jerry Jones, as well as Vice President Stephen Jones, out on not wanting to negotiate in good faith with his agent, this and that. And he said he's not happy there and he wants out. And we all know that this is just we know it ain't gonna happen. So Jerry Jones, after practice in Oxnard yesterday, the media got him, and his response to Parsons' trade is just a couple of quotes that I wrote down. Jones said, and I quote, "I think the world of Micah, and that request is just a part of negotiation." Again, as a quote from owner and general manager Jerry Jones on yesterday. Then he will also go on to say, "I enjoy Micah, but as always in any relationship, there's different moods at different times of year. When it comes to your relationship, that's what it is. Don't lose any sleep over it." That's the one thing I would say to our fans. Don't lose any sleep over it. And again, that's a quote from Jerry Jones on the Michael Parsons situation. And so a reporter asked him straight up, are the Cowboys looking to trade him? Jerry Jones emphatically said, no, it ain't happening. So again, there you have it. I said on yesterday on the segment I posted it on a scale of 1 to 10. With Michael Parsons being traded, with 1 being least likely to happen and 10 being most likely to happen, I said 2, and it really probably is a 1, in my opinion. But Jerry did let something slip out that I found interesting in this soundbite. He did say in March, when he and Michael Parsons worked, they were talking. Michael Parsons in his statement said that he thought he was going to talk to Jerry about leadership in the upcoming season. Where Jerry turned that conversation, he took a sharp right or left, however you want to call it, and was kind of trying to do some contract negotiation with Michael without his agent, David Mulugada, who, by the way, Jerry says that he didn't know his name, and he hasn't talked to him as of today. And so, according to Jerry, he said that they had punched some numbers, and he threw a $200 million offer out there to Michael Parsons, according to Jerry. That's what he said in that soundbite. Now, was that, when you talk about numbers like that at the NFL, you got to break it down, because a lot of times when you talk about 200 million, that ain't what they are getting overall. So there's got to be, okay, what is the guaranteed money of this? What is the signing bonus? What is going to be backloaded? What is going to be front loaded? The 200 million isn't going to be, most likely isn't going to be 200 million when it's all said and done. But that's what Jerry said he had on the table to Michael Parsons. And we all know that TJ Watt, just a week ago, he just signed the largest contract for a non-quarterback in NFL history. 3 years, $123 million, $108 million of that guaranteed, with $41 million of our average annual salary. So Peter said Jordan Love is mid. Okay, that's your opinion, Peter. I respect it, but I think you fell off your bed and bump your head. You're probably smoking some of that good gas too, if you think he's mid. But okay, I respect that. So again, that's what Jerry put out there. He said that there was an offer of $200 million to Michael Parsons, who, by the way, is in the 5th year of his rookie contract. This is the last year of that rookie contract, where he's scheduled to make around $24 million per year. And he is in camp. He didn't hold out. Obviously you don't want to be fined and lose that money. But he's in camp. He ain't doing any drills. They're saying there's a back issue. We don't know, but he's in camp. He didn't want to lose any money. But at the end of the day, technically, this is business. This is the business part of sports. I know most fans, you don't like it. We don't like it. But at the end of the day, it's a business when you make it to this level. So the thing is, technically, the Cowboys don't have to make a move or at all at this point, because he's still under contract on his rookie deal. You got to play this out, or he can sit it out. That is Parsons, and he would lose money, and I think he would lose maybe some severance in that as well if he'd sit out a year. So then that would count against his severance or his NFL years too if he did that. Cowboys really don't have to do anything. Matter of fact, they could let this thing play out and then franchise tag him after this deal is up. Matter of fact, they could franchise him twice. But I don't think they want to do that. That wouldn't be in good faith to your star player who's had 52.5 sacks since he's been in the league in his career. He's the heart and soul of that defense. I don't think you would want to alienate your star like that, would you? But my guy Lane says Jerry is absolutely petty enough to do that. I agree. He really is. Ryan says, would you trade Gary in a package for Parsons? And what picks would you include? I damn sure would trade Gary in a package for Parsons. I would give the Cowboys quite a few draft picks and give them Gary. And who else would I give up? Definitely Gary would and probably Luke Van Ness. If I were Ryan, that's yeah. But again, Jerry Jones was asked, will Michael Parsons be traded? He said it ain't happening. So again, we're just gonna sit back again and watch this play out like a reality show. And I mean, again, we've seen this happen before. We got 2 other players that's holding in as well. We got the Commanders, Terry McLaurin, wide receiver for the Commanders. He wants to be traded. And we got Trey Hendrickson, the edge rusher for the Bengals, that's holding in. They both are at camp, but they want new deals. So it's just part of the deal. So again, we're going to continue to monitor this to see what's happening. Trent says, just dropped a follow. I gotta go, but I like your content. See you next time. I appreciate the love, Trent. Is that ain't the Trent Williams from Longview, Texas, is it? Is that the Trent Williams that plays for the San Francisco 49ers? I know that's not the Trent Williams, but it could be. I'm sure it's not. But I appreciate the follow, Trent. Appreciate that. So again, we're gonna keep up with that as far as with this Michael Parsons. Again, you know, anytime the Cowboys do anything, you know, it's always gonna be front and center in the media. What's up, Jess? Go Pack. Go Pack. Yo, go, brother. I see you, Donovan Peoples-Jones. What's happening? I appreciate the follow, Jess, Mr. Biggs. I appreciate the follow. Man, I appreciate the love I'm getting here on TikTok. If you haven't followed me on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen, on Facebook and YouTube, make sure you follow your good brother Kendrick over there, Kendrick Henderson 51. I appreciate that. Who is that? Go Pack Go. I see you. Saves Loft. I appreciate that follow, man. So again, that's kind of what's the latest happening in NFL. We had the NFL, the Hall of Fame induction ceremonies on yesterday. We had the Allens going in. That is Jared Allen, as well as Eric Allen. We had Sterling Sharp going in. Packers, one of the legendary Packers wide receiver, Sterling Sharp, and we had tight end Antonio Gates go into the Hall of Fame. I'm going to watch those induction ceremony speeches. I missed them. I actually fell asleep. Go Pack Go. Peace and blessings to everyone in this live. Appreciate that love, Mr. Biggs. Appreciate that. The realist, I appreciate the follow. So I'm going to go check that out. Obviously, with me being a Packers fan, just to give you a heads up, if you don't know, now you know. I was born in the mill. I was born in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, but I was raised in Texas. So I always rest in peace to Ryan Sandberg, no doubt. The famous Chicago Cubs. I was born in Milwaukee, but I was raised in Texas. My mother was from Texas. Peace be upon my mother. It'll be 20 years since my brother and I lost our mom coming up in October. But my Texas connection is on my mom's side. So I'm currently residing in Tyler, Texas, which is an hour and a half east of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex and an hour west of Shreveport, Louisiana. So that's where I'm located. But you can see I got my Packers man cave behind me. And I gotta clarify this because I don't want to lie to my people. I want to lie to my viewers. It's not actually my man cave. It's actually a image that I was able to find that I am running through my green screen. So this is the Packers chat room / man cave where you can come and it's a safe space where you can come talk trash. Jay Bird says, I from Texas, but love the Packers. That's much love, Jay Bird, to you. Where are you from in Texas? Let me know that in the chat. I appreciate the follow. Andrew, Vikings sweeping the pack this year. Mick, you need to go get your head examined. It ain't happening. Boona, okay, Boona, Texas. I've heard of it. I don't know exactly where it is, but Buna. I think I said it wrong, but I think it's Buna. Let's go. Lions. Somebody from the D has entered the chat. Hello from Hartford, Wisconsin. Go Pack. I see you, Chris. 72 miles from me. I see you. You're a Saints fan. I see you, Derek. Much love. I see you, Chris. Pack. She says, Jay versus 3 hours from Houston, 5 hours from Dallas. We got a Dolphins fan in the place. Jordan 23. I appreciate all the love on TikTok. Again, if you're not on my TikTok, if you ain't following me on TikTok, you missing the treat. So we got a lot of love going on in TikTok. Let's move to the NBA real quick. Let's talk about Luka Donic, former Mavericks, now All-Star, Laker All-Star. He signed a 3-year, $165 million extension on yesterday, which includes a player option in the final year. And this will keep the 26-year-old 5-time NBA All-Star in LA until at least 2028. So the Lakers said, we are shifting our focus. The Lakers are shifting their focus to Luka Doncic and the future. Because we know Mr. LeBron James, who opted into his player option back in June, which would pay him $52.5 million this year. Most like I don't want to. I can't speak for LeBron, but this looking like most likely his last year. This could be the swan song for LeBron. And the Lakers said, you know what? It's time to pass the torch. Luka Doncic is looking like a lean, mean fighting machine. If you haven't seen any pictures of him in the last couple of weeks, he slimmed down. So looks like he's taking this serious because he's going to be the face of this Lakers team for a while. Do you think we could realistically get Micah? No, straggly bird. It ain't gonna happen. They just having a lovers quarrel right now. It's a lovers quarrel going on between Micah and Jerry Jones, and they'll figure it out. It may take a minute, but they'll figure it out. But no, I don't think Michael Parsons is going to be traded. And I just think it's just a negotiation ploy, and it just happens everywhere. So, but the Lakers now again, they've shifting their focus to Luka, making Luka the focus, which I think they should have done. Obviously, if you traded for him, obviously that big midseason trade that happened in February where the Mavericks, who would have ever thought that they would trade him, I'm still scratching my head on that. But again, the Lakers now are going to be focusing on Luka and building around him. They signed Marcus Smart. They signed DeAndre Ayton, a couple of free agent signings, and this is where they're headed. Now, where does this put the Lakers in the Western Conference? I still think they probably a top 5 team, but do they leapfrog over the Timberwolves at this point? Do they leapfrog over the Denver Nuggets? Are they better? Are they their team? What about the Clippers, who, by the way, added the ageless Chris Paul? He's back in La La Land, which now the Clippers are the oldest team in the NBA. I think they averaging right at 33 years per player. So where is this going to put the Lakers? Obviously they'll be contenders. They probably a top 5 team in the West, but I don't think they're better than the Nuggets. I don't think they're better than the Timberwolves right now. May not be better than Golden State, but yeah, Golden State is shaky too. It's kind of time to do some things with that Golden State squad too. So we're gonna see. But again, Lakers, Luka Doncic, he played in only 50 games last season between the Mavericks and the Lakers. He has some injuries, but he averaged right at 29 points per game. He came in and he did some good things with the Lakers. So again, Rob Pelinka, who is the president of basketball operations, he said they still going to make some more moves. And the Lakers, if you didn't know, that they've sold Jenny Buss and her siblings. They've sold their majority ownership in the Lakers. So that's still waiting to get finalized and all that. So we're going to see. Arsenal says, which Packers wide receiver? I missed that. My bad. 34-21. Lions, we getting predictions on week 1 games. Obviously, the Lions come to Lambeau Field week 1, and it's going down at the L, and the Lions will be leaving with the L. They come into the L and going to leave with the L, Tobias. But he's saying 34-21 Lions. I appreciate the gift too, Tobias. So again, that's what we had with the NBA, Lakers, Luka Doncic signing that contract extension with the Lakers. And by the way, he left a little money on the table too with that contract extension. But he's setting himself up for a bigger max extension in the next 5 years. So that's why he did leave a little money on the table. So let's move on to some news that I just caught this morning as I was in those internet streets. Lee Barreto says 24-10 Packers. That's what's up, Lee. Austin Credible just joined the chat. What's happening, Austin? Good Sunday to you. I see Marinette, man. Go Pack, go. Green Bay here. Marine, man, my bad. Appreciate the love. Green Bay in the house. Can't wait to see the Packers be 3rd in the division. Life is good. Yeah, you smoking. It ain't going to happen. Lambeau Ford Field West. Tobias, you are speaking blasphemy. You are speaking blasphemy. Again, somebody that told you wrong, Tobias. But I love it. This is a safe space. You come on in here with it. We're going to go back and forth. Gold Rusher says you got the 49ers in the playoffs. Actually, I think I do. In that division, that NFC West, I think the 49ers. I think it's gonna be the 49ers and probably Seattle in that division, in my opinion. Mustard, appreciate the follow, Mustard. So I gotta talk about this real quick. Kind of shifting gears a little bit. I ran across this news on this morning. Rahman Ali. I don't know if you all familiar with him. He was the younger brother of the greatest, the champ, the late great Muhammad Ali. Well, Rahman Ali, at the age of 82, passed away on Friday. The Muhammad Ali Museum would announce his cause of death has not been released, but the younger brother of the champ, the greatest heavyweight champ, in my opinion, of all time, Muhammad Ali, passed away at the age of 82. Now, he did have a short boxing career, that is Rahman Ali. His career spanned from 1964 to 1972. He was 14-3-1. He would retire shortly after, and he would then, be with his big brother, Muhammad Ali, by his side and train with him during the majority of his career. In 2014, Rahman Ali co-authored a book titled "That's Muhammad Ali's Brother, My Life on the Undercard." And then in 2019, he would author another book titled "My Brother Muhammad Ali, The Definitive Biography." Again, so we definitely want to salute Rahman Ali, again, the younger brother of one of the greatest, in my opinion, he's my GOAT when it comes to boxing, the greatest heavyweight boxer of all time, Muhammad Ali. His younger brother, Rahman Ali, passed away on Friday at the age of 82. And again, it's almost been 10 years since we lost the champ. I'll never forget where I was when the announcement was made that Muhammad Ali passed. I want to say it was June 3rd, 2016. When we lost the champ. So again, we sending our peace, love, and light to the Ali family on the loss of Rahman Ali. What's going on, Joseph? How you doing? I see you, Lee Barreto. He back in. I appreciate the gift. Dylan, what's up? Thanks for joining. Will, thanks for joining. Good Sunday to you. Oscar Verino, thanks for joining. I see you. Thanks for popping in. Again, you watching Sunday Sports Wrap-Up Show with your good brother Kendrick, the sports guy. Make sure you tap that screen, get them likes up. If you haven't followed me right here on TikTok. You can also subscribe to my YouTube channels. Those channels are Kendrick Sports Hustle, that's SportZ, HUSTLE, as well as TFG Sports Media on YouTube. You can also follow them both on Facebook. That's Kendrick Sports Hustle, as well as TFG Sports Media. And you can follow me on Instagram at KDrick1969. And again, you can follow me right here on TikTok. Kendrick Henderson 51, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to get into our last segment. We got to talk about this new phenom that's going on in the WNBA, and it has nothing to do with basketball, with the women's playing sport, the game. We got some clown fans decided that they thought it is real funny. They throwing sex toys on the court. Well, the first incident happened on Tuesday night at the Golden State Valkyries Atlanta Dream game, and yeah, they threw it on the court in the middle of play. They had to stop action. The security guard had to come with some gloves on and pick the thing up. And it's obviously the sex toy is a replica of a man part, and continue play. Well, this happened. It happened again on Friday night at the Golden State Valkyries Chicago Sky game. Another knucklehead fan threw another sex toy on the court. What in the world is going on, and how are they getting these doggone sex toys in these WNBA arenas? Obviously, you got to go through the search, you got to go through the screening, you got to have clear bags. So how are they making these things in with these? But I don't know. But it's time. They got to get a stop to this. Well, that fan at this point, I'm ready to bet on the other teams, the Bears. At this point, the WNBA did release a statement that fan that did it at the game on Tuesday has been arrested and won't be allowed to any WNBA games for a year. So they're banned. So they did catch the culprit from the game Tuesday night between the Golden State Valkyries and the Atlanta Dream. As far as this one that just happened Friday night, The fan has not been caught to last information that I've seen. And so there we have it. So again, we got nonsense going on at sporting activities. And again, fans have taken it upon themselves to try to get a little bit more involved in these games. They think it's cool for them to talk noise and throw drinks on players and shoot video of themselves going back and forth with players just to go viral and get the likes and all that good stuff, man. At this point, fans, I know you pay your tickets to go see these players. I get that. But you can't go in there and just act like you can just be disrespectful. In my opinion, Jay Bird says, I got to go, but if you on later, I would join. Appreciate that, Jay Bird. I mean, I probably won't be on later, but you can catch me here every Sunday morning at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time and on Saturday mornings at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Once the NFL season gets kicking, we're going to be live a whole lot more during the week, giving our own analysis and input on the reaction of a lot of NFL games, and where we're just going to be chatting it up. So this is a safe space for all my NFL fans. Y'all come on over here and join this chat. Follow me, Kendrick Henderson 51 on TikTok. Again, this is a safe space. You can come into the Packers Man Cave /chat room, and we can have some nice discourse and have some good, fun, loving, trash talking, and keep it respectable. I see you, Patriots. I see you, Patriots fan. I feel you. What's up, Doper? Appreciate the love. I appreciate the gift, too. So again, our fans, if you attend these games, again, let's keep it respectable. Let's keep it respectable. Can we do that? I know, again, you pay your ticket and you feel like that you can do. Let's chill out. It ain't funny. It ain't funny, man. The bearded wrestler, appreciate the like. I see you, Bengals in the house. Jerry Manley. We talked about Trey Hendrickson just a few minutes ago, Jerry, with him, showing up to camp. Don't know what his situation was going to be, but I would love to have Trey Hendrickson in Green Bay. I really would. I would love to have him on that edge in Green Bay. What do you think of Rodgers on the Steelers? Rodgers was their third choice. If you didn't know, I found out about that. I was reading reports that the Steelers really wanted to re-sign Justin Fields. Justin Fields wanted to test the free agency, and he went to the Jets. And they also wanted to keep Russell Wilson, but Russell Wilson wanted out. So technically, Aaron Rodgers was the third man up, according to reports I read. Now, how accurate that is, don't know. As far as Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers, I think, when you think about it, they both know what they're getting. This is a one-year deal. That's all it is. This ain't nothing about the future. It's all about we're trying to get to the Super Bowl in this window that we got Aaron Rodgers. That's what's going to happen. I think it's going to be tough because that AFC North division is going to be tough between the Steelers and the Bengals and the Ravens. I don't know what the Browns are going to be looking like, obviously, but this is the last go around for Rodgers. This is it. And I think this might be it for Mike Tomlin in Pittsburgh. Not saying that he's going to get fired or anything. I'm just saying I think he's going to get opportunity somewhere else. And I think, at this point, and I said this before, and I like Tomlin as a head coach. No, I'm not related to Eric Kendricks. Actually, my first name is Kendrick. My last name is Henderson. My first name is Kendrick. I appreciate that, user. So I think Mike Tomlin may have been in Pittsburgh a little too long. You said a particular touch says that they won't win 6 games with Rodgers. I think they'll win. I think they'll win at least 8 games with Rodgers, in my opinion. Is this a Super Bowl contending team? That begs to be seen at this point. But anytime you get a veteran quarterback, I mean that gives you better chances. But the key is going to be able to protect that 41-year-old quarterback at this point. And so it's going to be key to that offensive line and that run game, in my opinion. And obviously defensively, with TJ Watt and the rest, if they got a defense that can keep them in games, I appreciate that gift. Les Burrito, appreciate that. That'll keep them in any game. So that's my thoughts again. But the NFC North, the AFC North, and the NFC East, in my opinion, are 3 of the more competitive divisions in the NFL. And it's going to be a dogfight. So we'll see. And I got a lot of friends that Steelers fans. There's a lot of Steelers fans in Texas too. I appreciate the like, Lee. So we'll see. So again, you've been watching the Sunday Sports Wrap-Up Show with your good brother, Kendrick, the sports guy. I want to thank everybody for popping in on TikTok, those that watch this later on YouTube as well as Facebook. Share to all your social media platforms if you don't mind. If you haven't, subscribe to my channels, Kendrick Sports Host and TFG Sports Media. Please do that. Doesn't cost you a dime. You also follow me on TikTok at Kendrick Anderson 51, where it goes down over here in this chat. Lee, you have a great week. We will see you next Saturday and Sunday. Man, appreciate the love. So again, I am Kendrick, the sports guy. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I hope you all have a great week. And we will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace. That's a wrap. Facebook and YouTube again. I'm Kendrick, the sports guy. You all have a great week. We will see you next Sunday, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. And again, we will see you on the other side and on the next report. I am out. Peace.